Today on this 2006 Dodge Charger, we will be installing CURT Hitch part number 13465. We're underneath the vehicle, and before we get started, we need to go ahead and lower the exhaust off of both frame rails so that we can gain access to the existing weld nuts in the frame. There are two hangers per side that we're going to need to remove the exhaust off of. One here, and one here on the driver's side, and then one here and here over on the passenger side. And on some models, it may be necessary to go ahead and remove the third hanger as well to gain just a little bit more room. If you do remove the forward hangers, you will need to support the exhaust tubes before doing so, because once you remove them off those forward hangers, the exhaust will have the ability to fall down and it could possibly damage the exhaust system. With the exhaust lowered down, we'll go ahead and point out the mounting holes for the trailer hitch. Over here on the driver's side, you can see here at the rear of the frame, we've got two existing weld nuts. And then here, a little bit more forward, you can see we've got just an existing hole without a weld nut. That will provide our third attaching point for the trailer hitch. Over here on the passenger side, the alignment's going to be a little bit different. We'll be using the existing weld nut here at the end of the frame. But as you can see, more forward, we've got two existing holes as opposed to having a second weld nut. So we're going to start with fishing our carriage bolts and block assemblies inside the frame. Over here on the driver's side, what we're going to do is take up the fish wire that is provided with our installation kit. We'll simply insert it into the hole that we're going to be using and back out through this larger access hole here. Next, we'll take the block and slide it onto the bolt leader, and then take the carriage bolt and wrap the threads of the bolt leader around the threads of the carriage bolt. And we then just pull both pieces inside the frame, couple of them fit, and then pull them down into place. And you want to repeat that procedure for both the existing holes on the passenger side as well. And then the next thing we want to do in preparation to installing the trailer hitch would be to clean out the weld nuts. What we want to do is just take a spray lubricant, like a WD-40, and then we just want to take a wire brush to loosen up the road grime or corrosion that you might have in there. We just want to take the hitch and make sure we go up and over the exhaust on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and start by attaching to the carriage bolts. We're just going to use the flanged hex nut to attach those. And then the weld nuts, we're going to be installing the 12mm bolts along with a conical tooth washer. And with all the bolts into place, we can go ahead and torque them down. You want to check with the directions to verify the appropriate torque rating for each individual bolt. All right, and with all the bolts torqued down, we just need to go ahead and put our exhaust back up on its hangers, and our installation will be complete. And that will conclude the installation of hitch part number 13465 on a 2006 Dodge Charger.